control that side of the body. Now, the technique of Teguruma is in the first section of DVD. So I step in and look, I go elbow deep. Now, when I go elbow deep, I finish. That's great. Now we finished, we got our technique. But what happens when we're dealing with an opponent that is actually getting ready to base out and defend? A resisting opponent is one that's dangerous still. All right? So I have control, and what I want to aim for is I look to try to get good pull to get his leg nice and heavy while I pick up this one. So what happens when I can't seem to get the lift that I'm looking for? Now he's on one leg. All I have to do is I take a step forward to cover the space, and now I'm going to use my shoulder to lean forward, and I'm going to hit my Ojigari, the inside leg trip. Now I'm elbow deep around the leg. I don't want to be like this with fingers, because what happens is they shoot their leg out, and now we lose the opportunity to finish the technique. So I take my step onto the inside. One, I control, and as soon as I lift up, I notice the resistance, I start picking up. Even if he decides to put his hand in front of me, it doesn't mean anything, because I have control. I'm on both my feet while my partner is on one foot. All right? So I take my step. One, I point my toes. I want to aim calf to calf. And I finish. If I fall down, be prepared to defend. All right? But if I stay standing up, at least I know I can dictate what happens next. So, hand is in control. I lift up. I do my Teguruma. The failed Teguruma allows me to be able to still execute the next step to this technique. I lift up. I'm on both my legs. He's on one leg. I insert my right leg, and now I'm being champion. I want to hook. Don't just place your foot down on the ground, because you're going to have opponents that's going to hop right out the technique. What you want to do is create a good hook that's going to allow you to make sure that they don't escape the technique. So when I hook, you finish, and now I'm in position. Then I can start working into the next part of my techniques. One more time. I pull down. I'm going to make sure I still get that proper pull, so this way I can still lift up that leg. If I'm not doing it, then they're going to face out. They're going to give me a good sprawl. One. I pull, and now he starts to regain his balance, and now I stand up nice and tall. When that happens, like I said, take a step onto the inside, and now we're going to control the top of his body, his upper part of his body. I take my step, I hook, and I finish. And then start looking into our passes if we haven't finished the technique immediately. This one. Take my steps. Both my feet will end up on the inside of his body when I do this. So try your best not to look to trap or to get yourself in a wide stance. Look to stand up nice and tall. If you're bent over, that's when guillotines happen. I lose all these positions. I want to be able to make sure I control every piece of the body. So everything is nice and tight. I point my toes. I finish. Live position now. So we move. So the technique I'm going to be working on is going to be Teguruma into Sasai Suri Kobayashi. This is for when the technique itself of Teguruma does not work immediately, and we have a backup plan right after. So to do Teguruma, I want to be able to control both sides of his body. So my head will be on one side, my arm will control the other side. All right. So I'm taking my steps in, even if I'm grabbing or I'm just pushing up. This is still a way of creating that opening for my head to get in. So I lift and I throw the hand up. Same action, this hand pulls down, so this way it makes it easier for me to get under his arm. So I lift, and right now his head is facing this direction. So what that does is that it makes one leg heavier, the other one lighter. If I want to finish my teguruma, I lift up, I finish that wheel effect. Now, I have to finish, there's going to be times where I'm gonna try to finish this technique, and my opponent is going to regain their balance. They're going to be hopping around on that left leg. So what I want to aim for is control. He's going to be hopping around. So just like in the previous techniques that we've worked on, there are many different combinations. I can go and look for my Ochigari, but what if he's hopping around and I can't seem to get that good hook that I'm looking for? Now, there's the opportunity for me to block the leg. I want to create that block. That block, I'm going to pull him forward when I do that. So I take my step forward, and I will pull onto his tricep. Remember, I want to make sure I have control of the tricep, so this way he can't put his hand down on the ground. What I want is to eliminate that ability to scramble. So I take my step forward, and now, as I'm doing it, I'm lifting his leg up behind him. I'm pulling onto his tricep, and now I'm going to be blocking his left foot with my right. I want to aim for the arch of my foot to his shin. So I start creating that teguruma effect, where I start looking to get him to lean over to one side. I lift, elbow deep. He regains his balance, and as soon as we notice that, we want to take that step forward to go deep. So this way, his head starts to lean behind us. And as we're doing that, we're blocking that leg. One more time. So I take that step onto the inside. Remember, you take the step onto the outside, what can happen is my opponent, it may actually